Get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me
Broadcasting live in the heart of Europe. This is the most badass YouTube live broadcast in all of the known land. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Tommy C, and my point man today is none other than Jeff the Huffman. Coming in for Real Talk. The Metaphor Messiah he had to last second cancel for good reasons. So I just leave it at. And I also want to talk about...
still sitting here ready to go.
And that's, yeah, exactly. How dare me. Huffman picked up the ball, and he's a backup. What we're having a problem right now is Skype is not, because I have to use an older version of Skype because the current stereo mix doesn't work. Well, I can only have one guy on at a time now. And Jeff studied up, kept on top of things, and picked up the ball when one of my other teammates couldn't make it. So that's the kind of crew we got here.
You know, this reminds me of the time, because when I played high school hockey, I was a healthy scratch.
Fourth line,
you know, especially early in the season.
Fourth line.
And I was a healthy scratch on one night, and when you're a healthy scratch, the people don't bring their stuff. Well, I brought my shit one night, and somebody, I think that either forgot something or they got hurt. So I got in.
That's the thing. You always bring your stuff.
You come prepared. That's
the way you do it. What's happening, fuckheads? See everybody rebs in the chat. Random Rabbit, Jay Hay, A Funny Pie, Yarwin, and General Crow. Thank you all. Oh, and Pure Pusinen's out there doing the mod thing. Look good to see him in there as well. All right, here's the thing. Why Keemstar wants to destroy the commentary community. Here's the thing. I'm going to give you a bunch of theories about his recent behavior and talk about the commentary community as a whole. I'm going to be right up front. I don't have facts. I just hear things, and I make judgments on the things I hear and what I've been seeing on Twitter. All right, so let's get right into it, and then I'd be happy to take your calls. And actually, one of the people I'm going to be talking about is none other than what's his name? Kobos. New kid on the block making serious freaking waves, and we booked him for Monday. So anything I have, I do have some criticism for him, but I mean, obviously he's going to be able to take it.
He's ready to fight.
There's a part of this kid that I like that wants to come in. He doesn't really have any connections, as far as I know. And he came and he mixed things up. I like that part of it, but there's also the Keemstar end of it, and I'll be getting into all that real soon. Okay, here's the deal. Keemstar has embraced this Kobos guy who is just taking shots at everybody. Yeah, good for him. Go ahead. Great. And he's outside the realm. He's managed to put up 10,000 subs together. No easy task. And Keem is saying, this is the only guy doing real commentary. This is the guy every day. The whole commentary community sucks. It's going to fall apart. Now, I don't think that Keemstar does stuff like this without some sort of plan. Now, unless
there's always a plan.
It's just for entertainment. So that's one of the theories I'm going to throw it out. That chaos follows Keemstar. Keemstar enjoys chaos. And he's definitely created a lot of it in the commentary community by embracing this guy and having him go after absolutely everybody. And I talked to this guy in the DMs today, and he likes to fight. And I like that. He must have a little bit of an Irish streak in him. And you know what? And for anybody that's saying, and because I certainly could criticize, oh, Keemstar's just he's using this kid, he's doing this, he's doing that. Look, the kid got a fucking break. I got a break from Keemstar. You know,
everybody who makes it big gets a break. From
everybody
somebody.
gets a break.
They get shouted out from somebody.
Yeah, anyway. Now, here's what I don't buy. I don't think the shout outs are because his content is so wonderful. I think the shout outs have to do that they agree on certain members of the community, and it just fits Keem's agenda. Is that really so hard to believe? That is not necessarily a criticism of Kobos. It's not. It's just they happen to agree on certain issues or certain commentators in the community. That is not any sort of disrespect to him whatsoever. Let me make that abundantly clear. They agree on some things. I agree with some things on Keem. And, of course, welcome to the community, Kobos, and welcome to being called a Keem dick sucker. How about that? And you can enjoy that because I lost the title a couple months. You made it.
When you get called a dick sucker, you made it.
You made it. You made it. You made it. You're being called a dick sucker, and I'm being called
a loser. You're a loser. Always will be a loser, kiddo. A loser. And I said it right here.
That's my Twitter feed right going on right now.
Gross score.
That's my Twitter feed right now. You're a loser. Oh God, I love that kid. That's the interview I need to get. I don't know what I'd ask him. Like, why is he so? I don't know. Why are you so crazy there, Ghost Score? What's wrong with you? Are you on drugs? I mean, no. Okay.
No, because the people he plays with are losers.
Okay. Here's the thing, and he's gone after Alex. He's gone after grade A under A, which I do agree with him 100% on. I got to be honest with you. I mostly have issues with grade is because I don't think Grade's PewDiePie video, there's anything wrong with it other than
the fact that he did the exact same thing to Keem.
Bingo. So I tend to agree with him on that. He certainly has every right. I don't have any beef whatsoever with Wild Spartans. I'm not a huge fan of his I'm not a huge fan of his...
You don't like to hear the word saturation 47 times in a video?
Look, I got no problem with the guy. I don't know him personally. It's just not my cup of tea. His style of doing things. And he made something on Alex. Here's the problem I have with Kobos. Most of the commentators he criticizes basically have the same style, with the little exception of I Am Alex. Actually, I think he's into it with no fuckers too. No fuckers I really like, so I'm a little biased there. Except for Alex a little bit. They're repeated ad hominems. This guy's a fucking idiot. Hey, look, he made a mistake. Oh, he shouldn't be a commentator. Look what he's doing. He fucked this up. He can't take criticism. Okay, fine on the he can't take criticism thing, but I don't see anything else coming from Kobos himself. Kobos has the exact same style as Wild Spartans. And a little bit of I Am Alex, too. The only difference between Alex is Alex does have a tendency to talk about sort of serious issues, and he does sort of shame people a little bit and comes off as grandstanding. I've kind of since learned that Alex means well. He just doesn't always execute well. And we've talked offline, and he agrees with that. You know,
which he's a kid. He'll get better.
I think he means
better with.
Here's the thing. I think he means well, and I know a little bit more about the Zaptai situation as well. But he needs to. You got to make sure your house ain't glass, right? And here's the thing about Alex too, as far as taking criticism with people like Kobos. When I got into it with him, he didn't unfollow me. He wasn't fucking... I mean, he took shots and stuff, and like we went back and forth on Twitter and stuff like that. But he was never like a dick or pulled the victim card. Brad is banter. I don't know if you know about that whole situation.
Yeah, you'll have to tell me about that in a little bit.
Oh, God, what a pussy he is. That's another... Yeah, you know what? All right. I don't even dislike any of these guys that I'm fucking criticizing right now, except Brad is banter. That guy's a punk bitch and he exposed himself. But I'll get to that in a minute. He didn't unfollow me on Twitter. We still talk. We had it fucking out, and we're friendly. Checked in. My kid was sick.
So what you're saying is you actually had an intelligent conversation.
Yeah, and he did.
Over somewhat.
Well, here's another thing. I know he gives a fuck about Zaptai. I know he gives a. He handled the whole thing wrong. He handled it the only way he knew how. He handled it like a YouTuber. But you know, like when my kid was sick, he was in the DMs. Is he okay? Everything cool? You know, I mean, he obviously cares. And I think what happens is that caring comes off as grandstanding sometimes, right? Now, I'm not saying any of Kobos' criticisms of these guys. If he doesn't like their content, that's all it is. Here, look at this guy. He's ugly. His content is shit, and he's an idiot. There's not much going on there. Colossal's crazy. He's a commentator on YouTube. He does the ad hominems, but he also does all sorts of different styles of comedy. He
does a fucking autopsy.
Yeah, he does an autopsy. He's also generally funny. I have a little problem with Kobos attacking guys that have very similar styles. So I know Keemstar knows that. I know he knows it 150%. So why is he wrapping his arms around this guy? They have a similar outlook on YouTube. And that's it. This is dividing the community. There are people every day on Twitter just going for each other's throats. And I think what's going on is Keem may be smelling the death, and he's smart enough to see where the trends are going. The death of the commentary community. It's oversaturated. Thanks, Wild Spartans. It's oversaturated. We're all covering the same stuff. I don't consider myself a commentator. I do a radio show on YouTube. Well, whatever. I mean, but that's the community that interests me the most. And it's not really anybody's fault. I don't buy this shit. You're only doing it for views. Yes, everybody's doing it for views. That's a stupid fucking...
That's why you're uploading to fucking YouTube. That's the whole point. You're trying to get views.
Guys, we're talking about subjects that you want to talk about. We're doing it for views. We're absolutely fucking doing it for views. Yes, What the fuck? What the fuck? What do you want me to do? Stream fucking Zelda in here?
You can go to Dead on Dave for that.
Actually, I'd probably get more views. So I guess those are my biggest criticisms of Kobos. And I don't think his style is much different than the guys that he's criticizing. And the other thing about Kobos that I like, with the Brad is Banter thing and some other guys, you are seeing the commentators is something that I've always had a problem with. It's one of the original issues that me and Nick Cash had. A lot of these guys that throw dirt are not really good at taking it at all. In fact, they're just downright babies when it comes the other direction. There also seems to be a sort of commentator hierarchy that is now falling apart. You don't criticize me, I won't criticize you, right? And unless there's some sort of falling out. That seems to be broken, and I think you can thank Catch 33 for that. We did a minute goof on Brad is Banter. Talked to him for about a minute. Clown doesn't like this cat. He just doesn't like him. So he criticized his, we talked about using self-deprecating humor as simply as a defense shield, and I hate everything said that it's always defense shield. I disagree with him on that. Sometimes it's just flat out fucking funny. You do it all the time with your chin. It's not because you don't want people to make fun of your chin.
You can kind of tell when it's used as a tactic to avoid criticism.
Yes, you can. Like you can't say like Jeff does self-deprecating humor. It's not. He wants people to criticize his chin. If anything, that's like his thing. Thank you so much for the 5, Nico. How are you guys doing today? We're doing great, Nico, and $5 better than we were before.
Exactly.
Thank you very much.
Tommy has food.
Yes. So, what was I talking about? God, that fucking throws me off.
Brad is Banter using self-deprecating humor as
a shield. We talked about it quickly, and I do think the guy, we also called him a fraud. And the reason I was calling him a fraud, I don't think he's cheating people out of money or doing anything like that. Call him a fraud because his personality is fraud. Look, I overdo my accent a little bit. He overdoes his accent a lot. But I had the distinct possibility, if he were to ever get even a little bit of shit, which was true, that he would melt down on Twitter, which he did. Thank you very much. Happy birthday to Terry from Dead on Date. Happy birthday, Terry the Snow Queen from Canada, Winnipeg. Good
old Terry.
And, of course, that's exactly what happened. And not only that, if you go to check his feed, he had a response for Twitter. Fuck you. Your content sucks. Something that didn't make absolutely any sense what the fucksoever, and fuck off. And which is basically the commentary formula. You're ugly. Your content sucks. Fuck you. That's not comedy to me. That's lame as fuck. And for a guy who takes heavy swipes at people all the time, other commentators, other content makers, boy, Brad couldn't deal with 1 minute of Catch 33. Even going so far as to coming, man, I don't care if you criticize my content, all right? But it's when you criticize my character. You guys don't even know me. What are you, a fucking teenage girl? You don't even know me. Get away. Get the fuck out of here. You expose yourself, dude. I said in a tweet, I go, buddy, you don't belong in this biz if you can't take this shit. Now, you take a situation like, if the guy's fucking harassing you or sending
this is one big locker room. It's like any sports locker room. It's just one big ball-busting cluster.
That's Kobos, not Kobos. Okay, Kobos, whatever. Pootie pie.
Kobos,
whatever. Thank you very much for the donation. I do appreciate that. If you you got to be able to take it. Like the smart thing for Brad to do is not get all fucking personal, whether he meant to or not, whether he's trying to be funny, is say something clever back or nothing at all. And there is a point in time, I'm going to stick up for no fuckers over here, and if you're just constantly taking shots at you, tagging shots at you, he ended up blocking a Kobos. All right, fine. I don't think he can't take criticism. I don't think it's just getting blasted on Twitter. Now, Kobos is going to have a chance to defend himself. I'm giving him a platform right here. Me and him are going to go at it and talk about the commentary community in general. Now, the overall story arc of this, or at least in my opinion, is Keem, who doesn't get a lot of love from the commentary community, even though he basically supplies their stories. And I happen to know through just my experience around him that he does. He did want a person or someone to stick up for him. And I think he's wrapping around his kids. I'm not claiming any kind of conspiracy. I'm not questioning this kid's integrity. I simply don't know. But what better way, if you can't get a Chubbs to do a video in your thing, if you can't get Brad is Banter, Colossal's Crazy, or any of these commentators to fucking fit your agenda, just make your own commentator. And I think that's what he's doing. And again, Kobos, that's not an insult to you. Fucking congratulations, happened to me. Fucking worked out great for me. I'm doing great.
Got your break.
I got my break. Best of luck to you too. Take advantage of it. But I'm gonna warn you right now. When I said something nice to Scarce, I got fucking yelled at and
As soon as you're no longer useful to him, you'll be dumped.
Goodbye. And like I said, all I said was, "Hey, Scarce, what's going on? Hey, good, thanks for trying to be on the show, whatever." And he immediately ran to Colossal's Crazy to try to fire me. So that's who you're dealing with. That's who you deal with it. I share a lot of these same opinions of Keem. I hate all these pussies, but I fucking can't stand more than anything a guy who's embracing this kid, who is really selling the narrative that these guys are pussies, they can't take criticism themselves, and this kid's absolutely right. But the guy that is helping you out and shouting you out is the worst offender of it all. This guy can't take simple criticism. Let me give you an example during Baited. We were talking offline, me and Colossal's Crazy and Keemstar, and I made a reference, a metaphor that, Colossal was the good guy and he was the bad guy, and this is why the show works. Are you saying I'm a bad guy? I don't think you respect me very much. The whole guilt manipulation thing. I was Catholic. I was raised Catholic. I know all that fucking shit works. And at the time, I'm shaking in my fucking boots for obvious fucking reasons. Keem is not above this. He is not above the manipulation. And throwing the commentary community in chaos when it's just about to fall apart. And I think what Brad is Banter probably, in my opinion, really, really showed you what a lot of these commentators are. And if these kids don't believe you're tough here, they're going to go somewhere else, or the trend's just going to blow over. Who wants to listen to Brad is Banter now when you know that he can dish it out, but he can't take it? And he said, I only can criticize your content. I can't criticize the persona you put out there. No, nobody knows you, but nobody knows me. And they tell me I'm a fucking, I'm a bum that can't feel my family every day. Fucking deal with it, you prick. I got people telling me they want my kid to die from cancer every fucking day. DDoS, fucking taking my money away. Fuck you, Brad. You're a pussy, a stone pussy. And you know what? You're half the reasons why I don't think people under 18 should be broadcasting or putting anything up on goddamn YouTube. That's my opinion. I know that wouldn't work, and I know you couldn't do that. But I do. I really wonder if, I've said this about Lieutenant Kobos before, I don't know if these kids should be up there doing it. And I'm making an actual exception for Brad because I don't usually. I've never went after Kobos. I never will, and I have a lot of issues with what goes on over there, mostly with her parents. And you are the perfect example. You are not up for this mentally because you are not fully matured yet. Not your fault, but you're not matured. I had the same thing with Alex. I've had issues with what Tommy NC does, who's a close friend of mine, for different reasons. But you know what? That's just my personal opinion. It's not. My personal opinion is not going to really shape reality at all. These are my opinions. Whatever. But I tell you, if the fans think that you're not for real, look what happened to me. I'm losing subs every fucking day. You know why? Because I'm not the laughing idiot that I wasn't Baited. I never was before that. I played a different role because we had the two monster personalities. I did the right thing because Baited was real successul. But
you were a team player for that.
That's what I did. But I've never changed the fucking thing over here. So as this fucking channel grow and as people saw what I do over here or the persona that I put out, they criticized that persona and they left. Now my revenue's doing fine. And my donations are fine. So I'm more than staying afloat. So it's no big deal. But you know what? If enough people left, I'm done, finished. Regular job time. And that can happen to you too. Look, I had on Uber Danger yesterday. He's making 18 million views a month for a while.
That was great. That was great, by the way.
Yeah, in fact, he talked openly.
Really enjoyed that.
Well, it's a commentator community. They don't like to talk about money, and you have to do it free because you love to upload videos and nothing money. Well, guess what? Uber Danger had that fucking attitude, and he lost everything. Everything. Managing money, talking about money, there's nothing wrong with it. It's called taking care of yourself. It's the skills to survive. The word kung fu is not a translation to martial arts. It translates to roughly the skills to survive. One of those skills to survive is learning how to manage your money.
And just to relate to that, how he said he was not taught to manage his money. I'm first taking a finance class now.
Bingo.
I am 22 years old, a senior in college. Why am I first taking this now? Why don't they offer this earlier?
Yeah. Probably because they want your hands out. So
good thing I know what a fucking mitochondria is.
You know what? Having your hand, saying they want your hand out and saying, I don't do this for the money. I do this because I love to upload videos. This false fucking bullshit they pump in your head that you're not supposed to out and make a good living for yourself. So you have your hand out. That's why they stopped teaching that shit. That's why I don't teach economics in high school anymore. Bingo. That's why. And we have this fucking whole phony commentary community that is supposedly pure at heart and is criticizing absolutely everybody. And it's all bullshit. And I think Keem smells that. And he's using it to his advantage. Keem wants to be seen as a good guy.
He wants to be a face that does heelish things.
Exactly.
To put it in wrestling terms.
In wrestling terms, he wants to do bad guy stuff and be clapped for it. And some of that bad guy stuff is funny as fuck. He's one of the most entertaining cats on YouTube.
He's not Kevin Owens, though.
Yeah. But he also wants to be seen as a saint. He's a sinner, but he wants to be seen as a saint. And, most of the commentary community is seen through that. Plus, Keem is so memeable. You said it best yourself, Tommy. You're not going anywhere unless there's no longer monetary gain. It makes you wonder why they bother. Yeah, well, I mean, it's not that I wouldn't go anywhere. It's just that if I can't pay the bills, I can't put this much into it. Luckily, I have...
would you still do it? Even if the money started to slow down, would you still do it because you like doing it?
Maybe I'd switch back to hockey. I don't know. Like if a situation where I had to get a regular job, maybe I go back to hockey or something like that. Or maybe I just keep doing this because I make $200 a month. It's extra $200. There's no reason to stop. Mm-hmm. As at this point now, I'm due to lose 5,000 subs by next year this time. 5,000. That's going to put me around. It's going to put me around 30,000. There's no reason to stop. It hurts my ego. But there's no real reason to stop. So I'm going to take your calls. You can jump in my Discord. The link's in the description box below. I want to hear your opinions on this shit.
What do the fuckheads have to say?
Let's see what the fuckheads have to say. But here is my narrative on this particular shit. Keem's wrapping his arms around this guy because he smells the death of the commentary community, and he wants to make sure he's on top of it when trends shift. And a lot of these young guys, 18, 19, 20 years old, he knows this is going to happen because he's survived trend shifts in the past. That's the thing about Keemstar. He's 34 years old, and he survives these shifts because when he sees them coming. And if they're all fighting with each other and exposing themselves like Brad is Banter as being just another pussy.
He's going to let them all shoot each other.
He's going to let them all shoot each other and come out the hero for not seeing it all ahead of time. My only advice to Kobos is watch who you're in bed with. But like I said, he's going to get a chance to defend himself. He came right on my show, so he's going to get a platform to defend himself. Also, I also want to announce tomorrow we're going to have a special episode. We don't usually do Friday episodes of Shot for the Point. We're going to get Faceless side of the H2O.
Yeah,
story.
There we go.
Faceless is waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning in Australia to do a show, and we're going to talk about the H2O delirious thing on his side. I'm going to reach out to H2O via Twitter. I don't have any other way to reach out to him. I really doubt it. I will also give him a platform if he wants to come on. Don't count on it, kids. It's not really in his best interest, and it would only help me, not him. But if he wants to do that, I have to keep it open just to be fair. So Faces is going to get his side of the story in, and that's going to be a special episode Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It'll be 4 o'clock in the morning Australian time, and I think that's quite great. It's going to be fucking pretty badass. Yeah, Faceless is a legend. He has a real great series. I'm going to talk. The biggest question I'm hearing about Faceless is he going to start Is he going to start building new stuff? Also have another announcement. Jamie Pine, reality show star in England, and me are doing a project together. He has a YouTube channel. He's gone to film school, and he was on a television show a couple years ago where he married a dude. He's openly bisexual, and we're gonna play Conan Exiles together.
Oh, nice.
Recorded stuff all together. I fucking love Jamie. He's a great fucking guy. He wants to get into the whole commentary thing. We might have him on as a guest every so often. I told him, I'm like, Jamie, dude, you got to film Milo's shoes. There's a shoe open because he hates these social justice punks as much as I do. He says he doesn't even feel connected to the LGBT community anymore. And that's my kind of guy.
Sounds like your man.
I think the thing is, yeah, well, don't say that too much, you know what I mean? No, but I think it'd kind of be cool that fucking straight dudes and gay dudes can just have a great time playing video games together, and we'll be all happy and fucking go lucky and rainbows and pink hearts and fucking unicorns that don't fart and all that other good fuck the LGBT community. How dare you? Well, he doesn't. Well, he doesn't.
LGBT. Let's go Blues.
Yeah, let's
Tarasenko.
go Blues. All right, let's take some calls right here. Let's go check.
I just smoked my fucking elbow.
Check. 2-2 Blaze, you're on here.
Hey, what's up, Tommy?
Yeah, what you got for us?
I think the commentary community and just commentators in general, like Leafy, I think they're getting really fucking stale and boring, to be honest.
You think that's
And
just
even if it went away, I don't think it would be that bad of a thing. But Keemstar having as much power as he does in the community, he definitely could get rid of it if he wanted to.
I don't know if he can get rid of it, but he definitely can make it uncool. And once it's uncool, that's it. And these guys aren't doing themselves any fucking favors on making it look cool to do. They're basically showing themselves to be kind of like exactly what they criticize: big hypocrites and guys with real thin skin. You know, guys that claim free speech and fair use and learn to take criticism. They simply can't do it themselves. And that will be the end of the commentary community. And I wonder if Keem smells that. And like I said, the commentary community hasn't been very kind to Keem. And I'm sure he sees it. I give you the stories. I give you your trending topics. Where's my respect? Because that's the way he sees things. So I don't know if he can end it, but he definitely can do some damage to it. And I think he already has just by joining the conversation on Twitter. And I think it's brilliant. I think it's kind of brilliant. It doesn't affect me one way or another. I'm branching out. I'm doing more things. I'm going into gaming. I want to interview personalities. Wherever YouTube goes, I'm going to go. So I don't think it affects me one way or another. Tommy, I hope the commentary community dies so you go back to hockey videos. Well, if we ever get that situation straight here, then we'll do just that.
Playoffs.
Thanks for the call, man. I'm going to try to get as many calls here as possible. Glitch Pro, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, I just wanted to talk about how Kobos is a little bitch.
Okay, go ahead.
So
Shoot.
here is some stuff that comes from Kobos and how he can't take criticism just like most other commentators.
All right, let me hear it. And I'll actually use this. I'll use this if.
Yeah, this is from his Discord. When someone told him that he is somewhat similar to I'm Alex, this is his quote. He says, "There is a difference, huge. I make original shit. I'm a lion. They are sheep. If a topic I like and feel I have significant input, it comes in, I will make the video regardless." He calls himself a fucking lion, and then he says I'm Alex is overconfident and cocky.
I suppose. I mean, that's also criticism. He's allowed to counter-criticize. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I don't see much difference between him and Alex.
It doesn't sound like he just said, "Shut the fuck up."
Yeah, it doesn't sound like he just said, "Shut the fuck up." He didn't pull the "you're just doing this for views" card. Or I think what you're seeing is he is a lion in a sense. He's trying to, but I mean, he's getting big, shooting at other YouTubers, which there's nothing wrong with that. This idea, this is one of the big issues I have with him. Your personal motivation seems to have a lot to do with, like, well, you did this for this reason, and you did that for that reason. Well, you know what? Those are really all subjective criticisms, and because you can't get in somebody's heart or mind, I think they're lame criticisms. Like the criticisms that you have are, like, what about the content or the mistakes that are made, and then you put something funny around it. I don't see him doing much other than making ad hominems and attacks. But, I mean, what you read to me, I don't think that makes him a bitch, though. Do you have something else?
No, just my opinion. It makes him a bitch. Anyone who calls himself a lion and calls other people sheep, they got to realize they're a little too confident in themselves. And it's not necessarily that he just said that. It's also that he said, I'm Alex is overconfident in himself, and then said this about himself. So,
well, I know Alex a little bit. I don't think he's overconfident, but I think you have to be a little over. I would take issue with that because I think you have to be overconfident to some extent. You got to basically say, look, come watch me. Come see what I'm doing. What I'm doing is important. What I'm doing is entertaining. Look at me and what I'm doing. So I got to be honest with you. I think he probably is overconfident as well. And I do. I think Colossal's crazy says I
would
think
you consider yourself a little overconfident?
Yes,
Tommy.
Yes. I'm almost blinded because I pump myself.
You're so dead set on, like, every show you do every single day is gonna kick ass and pull 100,000 views.
Yeah, but I think where I'm able to do this, where maybe other, because I pump myself up and I say I'm gonna get 100,000 views and I'm gonna get this and I'm gonna do this. I'm the best and the funniest. I'm gonna kill it, and then the numbers come in and I don't lose sleep over it. You know what I mean? I pull it back, but I do try to go into it, Glitch, like I'm gonna set the world on fire. I think that's all you're hearing is sort of a self pump up there.
I just have one other question though.
Sure.
Do you believe that Kobos is a trending topic YouTuber? Because he himself doesn't think of
So
himself
far,
that
yeah.
way. But I think he's a trending topic.
So far, yeah, but I mean, we'll see. I mean, time will tell. I don't really care where he fits in. I just hope he's consistent with his own criticisms. And he, like I said, he seems to have a lot. Like, you're only doing this for this reason, or you're only doing trending topics for that reason. That's the relevant. I get that criticism all the time, and I think it's a real red herring. What is the content good or is it bad? Is the information good or bad? Is it funny or is it not? Not your personal motivations for doing it. Not your personal motivations for doing it, because no one really knows that unless a DM falls, you know. So it's just a lame criticism. It's this criticism. It's Kostev. That's what it is.
Oh God.
Thanks, Glitch. Thanks, good call. It's Kostev. It's the Kostev criticism. You can't criticize me. You're only criticizing motivations is it's something you can never prove. You're only doing this. Look. Alex is a professional YouTuber. He's gonna. We talked about this yesterday with Uber Danger. That, you know, he wants to do stuff that maybe won't get enough hits, but he has to think about it because there might be the whole, you're racist, or you hate Muslims army come and dislike his videos, and then he was not able to monetize anymore. Those are just realities. The realities of being a pro at this game. And when you're doing the type of commentary, the stuff that's going to bring in the most entrance are, guess what? The topics that people want to hear. I think it's a lame criticism. It's the lamest. It's the lamest of all. You know, I don't. I mean, perhaps Klaus was crazy would disagree with me, but I know he always really kind of sets me straight. But I always thought it was the lamest criticism at all. This is what I do. This is what I enjoy doing, and I'm perfectly honest with you. It doesn't matter if I enjoy doing it or not. Criticize the substance of what I'm doing. Don't try to fucking guess what's in my head, because it's irrelevant. It really is irrelevant, and it's a red herring argument for the most part. You wanted to say something, Jeff?
No.
Oh, okay. And let's see who we got in here. Oh, fuck.
There you go. Bring someone else in. We got
Katie.
K-A.
I don't even know what you're streaming about.
What'd you want to call for?
I don't know. I just felt like joining the voice chat.
What? Join the voice chat. You're in the waiting the call section. You're rocket scientist.
Yeah, I know. That was the point.
Do you know who JB Pine is?
No.
He's a big YouTube. He was a celebrity in the UK. And he's gay like you.
Whoa.
Well, are you going to help me out, or are you going to...
I was very enthusiastic.
Yeah. It's really a wonder why you don't have a significant other. You know that?
Yeah, I know.
Get out
know.
of here. Fuck up my show. I don't care. JP was trying to stream with me before on H1Z1. I'll give him a shot. JP, what you got in your mind, brother?
Yeah, that stream went well.
Yeah, you saw my meltdown.
Wait, I made it?
JP, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man?
You tell me, man. What you got?
Well, I actually think that Keemstar does not have enough power at all to destroy the community, the commentary community.
He can help. He can help them. He can help them destroy themselves.
I feel as long as H3 is a part of the commentary community, Keemstar has nothing to say.
Look, there'll always be some semblance of it. Colossus Crazy just proudly announced in the chat that he will survive the fallout, which I do agree with. H3
He doesn't even upload.
and he still gets subs every day. And
How is he gonna survive?
He's gonna because he's just that damn good, you motherfucker. How dare you speak about my friend that way? The commentary community is imploding because they've run out of BuzzFeed videos to make fun of. I never covered BuzzFeed. I should have done that. Oh, BuzzFeed, that was their big thing for a while.
Alex,
so now they're attacking
that crowd.
I wonder if there's some truth to this. They've run out of stuff, but now they're attacking each other.
I feel like it's just like this one group of commentary guys that do the BuzzFeed videos.
Well, you take a guy like Chubbs. He's killing it lately. He hit 250,000 today, if I'm not mistaken.
Not Not
you
bad.
know,
Yeah.
Keem made an attack. This is why your channel's dying to No Fuckers. No Fuckers is doing just fine. I think he's also one of the guys that'll survive because I think he's intellectually honest.
Yeah, he's original.
He's original. He's intellectual honest. Does he always take criticism well? No, but I think his
No,
content,
not even close.
his content more than makes up for it. You know, and I don't
He's
have
a
a
good
problem.
kid.
And maybe this new kid, maybe he'll shock the shit out of me. But I think I got to see more than you're an idiot, you're stupid, you're ugly. Look at your face. Look at that face. Look at that fucking face. You got to give me more than
Yeah,
that.
the Levy stuff. Just
That's really I think
unoriginal fat jokes or stuff.
yeah. You got to give me
Like Colossal.
you got to give me more than that, baby. All right, what else you got, JP? Anything?
I mean,
No,
No.
you don't have anything.
No, we have a gay retard in the waiting to call.
I have to put him in. Dated Rhyme, you're on the air.
Hey, dude. I'm thinking about what you're saying. What do you think of like the English people like Memulus and Will and E? What do you think of what they produce?
I don't know the fuck they are. They're on my radar.
Also, Wagwan Pifting, what's your BBM pin?
What the fuck? What have I put him
The
in?
fuck was that?
I think I'm gonna move up on the caller list and put in gay retard. Gay retard, you're on the air. Gay retard,
Yeah.
you're on the air with Tommy C and Jeff the Fluff Fluff.
Hey there.
Hey, gay retard, how are you?
Thanks. I have a question. What's the issue between you and Joe Cronin?
Oh fuck.
Because I don't know.
Go back about a year and a half.
Yeah, it's like a year and a half ago, buddy.
I don't want to do that.
So you just gonna...
Well, at least you're honest.
Yeah, at least you're honest. The issue between me and Joe Cronin is when Dave was fired off the show,
Right.
and we made several agreements there would be peace between all three of us, and he continued to attack Dave. Dave experienced a self-loss, and he was not getting over it. So I went on the warpath, and I fucked him up. Fucked him
Nice.
up good. And this is long before baited or anything like that.
It was our first big YouTube fight.
Yes, it was our perfect big YouTube fight. I had brought my friend Dave, who was in the Army. Joe took an effigy of Dave and pretended to masturbate over it. And I took exception to that. Also, in the meantime, we had like 20 peace treaties violated. And our biggest crime is Dave was fired. And then when they fired Dave, I left because the way he was fired was bullshit. Bullshit. And
If you look at the way Baited ended, it's very similar.
very similar, actually.
Very similar.
So I have forgiven Joe. We are cool and stuff like that. But I refuse to go unmonetize this, and I refuse to give him any of my juice because of what he did to Dave. And that's really where it stands. I don't hate Joe. I wish him the best. He is just as responsible for my success on YouTube as Keemstar because he got me in that direction.
Got your foot in the door.
Got my foot in the door. Helped me get 1,000 subs.
Daddy
Also, by going to war with Cronin, I stunned the growth of my own channel. Things weren't really the same until I got a huge break. I can't really forgive him for that, but I can forgive him just for the sake of peace. And that's the way I feel about Joe Cronin.
Right. I used to watch him, but WWE got fucking boring, so I stopped watching.
I think a lot of wrestling YouTubers...
Watch NXT.
Yeah, that's better. And a lot of wrestling YouTubers have gotten over that. But that's my issue with Joe Cronin. Thanks a lot. I don't have any issues with Joe, but that's why I wouldn't go unmonetize this, and I won't work with him. That's the bottom line. But I do wish him the best, and he's certainly a big part of me getting right on YouTube. I made a lot of mistakes as far as titling and things like that were concerned, and getting myself out there, and also
He helped you out a lot with that.
Monetize This is basically the shock jock show that I always wanted to do. I played more of a character that on Baited that I did on Baited over there, and then I always wanted a show like that, and that's what basically Shop from the Point is now. That's really, but Joe was a big part of that, but it ended ugly, and I don't hate him. I don't hate him. But there's just so much stuff, manipulation with Jeff, manipulation with Real Talk, and just a lot of shady stuff that he has since apologized for. So, but it's just, I don't see any reason to go back or do anything of that nature, because what he did was 10 times
no reason to go back, no reason to try to even repair that. What's done is done.
What's done is done. But I wish Joe the best. I really do.
Yep.
I flew to Boston to meet with him. And so I was pretty dedicated, but I couldn't stand for the way he treated Jesse at the time and Dave. Downfall, you're on the air.
Hey, hold on. Let me mute the stream. All right.
Ready.
So I actually had something important to tell you.
What's
One
up?
time I was on here, and you had to kick me for the other useless fuckheads. But I have something interesting to talk about for the god Idubbbz that has to do with a lot of this commentary shit.
What's that?
Well, more so him, but it relates a little bit. That's
Get
what
to
I
the
feel.
point. You're pissing me off.
All right. So here's something that's very interesting for you. I think I figured out what Idubbbz's strategy is with when he because he does a different approach with how he fucking.
Rule number one, I have to
That's
be
about 45 seconds of my life I won't get back.
Get to the point. Sorry. There's a lot of people in there. JP, you're on the air. JP?
You already brought JP on.
Did I? JP, that's that was the other different JP, I think.
Oh.
Hilbitz, you're on the air.
Oh, hey.
What's up, man?
I wasn't around like a lot in the community, and I wanted to ask because I remember Keemstar going back and saying that he always supported Leafy in grade under A.
Sure.
What do you think was the reasoning behind that? And if
I
it's
think
the same reasoning behind supporting Kobos.
I know that he was hurt when the whole thing went down with Lee. He really didn't see that coming. He did, but when Grade and Leafy and I mean, I'm not even using my own words. It's something Ethan said to me. I don't know if it caught on the air or not in the when Ethan was unbaited. But when all three of them were like a trifecta, they were kind of like a powerhouse that nobody could fuck with. Keem likes power. He likes to be in charge. He likes to create chaos. He's trying to and he likes to manipulate and to things that will help him. And there was never a time where he was more powerful than when those two had his back when they had that relationship. And I think even this thing with Kobos is an attempt to sort of reignite that. That's my opinion. I can't prove it, but that's what I think he's doing.
All right.
I think he would like a situation like that. Well, he can't, get Leafy or Gray to make a video in his behalf, but why not make a star, And I tell you something, Keem likes people that are hungry, like me. I like to fucking work, and especially on YouTube stuff. And Kobos is hungry, and I like that.
You said one of the things that attracted you to Keem when you were first jumping on Baited. Keem said that he wants to win.
That's like why you picking me, because I was scared. I remember I recorded the conversation too because I was just fucking frightened. Like I thought something was up. I thought he was fucking with me because I want to win, and I like that, man. I like being around that dude, So and I think but I think winning to Keem is kind of self-centered. It's not win for the team; it's win for Keem. But I've since got to know Leafy since. I really like him. I think they didn't trust Keem. I think they had good reasons not to trust Keem, and they broke it off poorly, stupidly, and damaged their own channels.
Worst possible way possible, but
the worst. Every bad move they made, they decided to make it, and it was like a grenade. It didn't go off right away. It took a couple months. Baited kind of in effect pulled Leafy out of the trench, and he had to stand up and start firing, and then. When he got up there, he got baited, he got Nick cashed, and that other girl Haley, and it kind of all hit him at once. And I think that's damaged his channel. I think he was just a kid that made a really bad decision. Leafy the person, I like him a lot more than I like Keem. He's a lot more fun to be around, and I don't worry about him fucking me over because I don't think I'm a threat to him. And I think he learned his lesson because it just wasn't that worth it. And I don't think he gives a fuck. I just there's a lot wrong with Leafy, and I think he knows that too. I like him. I like Calvin. He's cool. He's just a cool motherfucker.
You mean you don't really like his content, but you like him? I don't know if that can work.
My opinion of his content has actually changed a little bit. He's one of the few people doing commentary now, and where there's holes in his content, and he's obviously not the funniest guy.
There's holes in everybody's.
Yeah, there's the funniest guys, but I mean, not all his videos suck. I gave him credit when the whole thing was falling apart and everybody was losing subs and everything. Leafy properly pointed out that there's less traffic coming to the platform in general, so everybody's going to be effective across the board, except for certain pockets of trending areas. And Leafy pointed that out because he's ridiculously smart, But I think he thought he could outfox Keem in a kind of underhanded way, and I think it came back to bite him. That's how I feel, And here's another thing: I say all this shit too, and we still talk. So, I mean, talk about a guy who can take criticism. And I don't also believe that he's a pussy. I like a lot of things I felt about him. I just kind of went by the wayside, when you got to know him, I could talk to him, I can't everything Keem was business, It's not like we hung out, on Skype or anything. All right, that's what I got. Thanks for the call, buddy. Oh God, look who it is. It's fucking.
Who we got?
What was his old name? Free Outlaw.
Free Chancey. Are you on drugs today?
Chancey? Oh, he's not even there. He blew it again. He sent me a DM. He goes, man, I miss you. I'd like to be on the show, but I'm doing this, that, and the other thing. I was like, well, you got to do this, that, and the other thing. I told him to drop out of school. He wouldn't do it. Oh, by the way.
Yeah, I was going to say, speaking of that.
Oh, it's so funny. And you know what the best part is? He's taken the narrative that it wasn't a joke, that I really said it on purpose. And I know he pulled this string. So I'm gonna fuck your shit up before you even use this argument, because it's already been defeated, and I know you use this argument. I'm not backtracking and saying it's a joke just because Drama Alert went up. I had already backtracked prior to Sharp's upload to your channel. It's in fact, I did it 8 hours before. I didn't really think that it would make Drama Alert. And the whole thing with the drop out of school thing, it came from this. Somebody sent me, he's like, yeah, I live in California or Ohio, everybody, and I'm outside the time zone of Eastern, so I always miss your streams because I'm in school. And I wrote back, drop out.
Drop out.
Somebody wrote me back and said, you're gonna get a Drama Alert now. Fuck you, you're fucked, man. You're finished, right? So I cut the video right afterwards, right? And I did it super duper fucking serious. Now Clown has even gone on record and said that that he would have been fooled. I think if you hear the audio too, but I mean, some of my facial reactions are ridiculous. Like you could be picked up for a big podcast. I mean, who the fuck would believe that? I mean, that's completely insane. And by the way,
I may have looked. I don't know if it was because I may have looked away during that Drama Alert.
Yeah,
I noticed you didn't get any pictures towards your channel or anything, or your Twitter or anything.
What are you talking about? What do you mean?
Well, like every story on Drama Alert or Scares, they put up pictures, videos, their Twitter. What?
I don't know if they did that on purpose or not. I think it's something Keem doesn't want to give me any credit.
I don't know if they did it on purpose.
Yeah. I don't know if they did it on purpose.
Saying.
Maybe it's really wonder, why didn't you play the whole video of me cutting the drop out of school thing on Drama Alert?
Well, because then they wouldn't have had a story down.
Maybe. I think Keem, but I think Keem really believes it because he made a parody of it and said drop out of kindergarten. And it's a really lame fucking parody. But it's like, I called Dave last night. He's like, you fucking believe that? He fucking believed me. Fucking believe I couldn't believe it. I was actually on the phone with Uber Danger at the time, and it was like, I was like, God damn, he really believes I said that. But here's the problem, Keemstar. I already admitted it 8 hours before you uploaded, so you can't sit there. I think you really meant that. What I was saying was totally insane. In fact, I suspended one of my guys right here on Shot from the Point when they were having trouble in school. I can't wait to fucking. You know what? I'm going to make this promise right now. I will pull this off again. I will pull it off again.
Please.
Stop talking about Keem as if this beef is alive. It's not. I don't have beef with Keem. Keem's in the fucking commentary.
Well, yes. Well, Keemstar is in the title. If he wasn't talking about Keemstar, that would just be misleading.
You know who needs to take criticism more than Keemstar or be able to handle it because he can't? He blows up. He threatens to fly to England to kill Clown. Like Keem's fans. If you don't like it, don't watch. It's real simple. It's called upper right hand corner. Click. That's it. Don't watch. Don't watch. It's really, really easy. Very easy. All right, let's go back to the call. David, what's his name? Bunty King said he was going to call. Oh, let's put in Nick Gallo because I think he's funny. Nick, you're on here.
Hello?
Hey.
Yeah.
I gotta shout Nick. After all of this shit you guys still go through, hey, glad you're still kicking and streaming. Hell, need something to listen to at work. Thank you very much, Mr. Busky. It's $20 donation. Very, 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 very generous. Nick, what you got for me?
Yeah, you said that the commentary community's dying.
I think it might be. I think Keem senses it, and I actually kind of trust it.
I don't think it is.
Okay.
I think it's just filtering out the bad from the good. I think it will stay. It won't be as big as it was, but it's just filtering out the bad ones like Brad does Banter and those sort of
I can't believe you said something mildly intelligent. Because you're Nick Gallo. No, it could be that the trend may be just changing in general. I think that's what you're saying. And like you saw animation channels were real big on the platform for a while. And then last year it was the commentary channel. And it may go another direction of what kind of channel is going to be big. And what you can do basically out of your own house. I mean, not everybody can pull off epic battles of history and get hit by Maker Studios and have big production value. Obviously, Leafy doesn't have big production values. He's made millions on this platform. So maybe it's just changing, and it's sort of a Darwin thing, and the weak are getting picked off like the gazelle they are. That could be it. Right, Nick? Right, Nick?
I reckon that's what it is.
All right, you're boring me now. Yeah, that's funny. Thanks for the call. I dropped out. You never told me it was a joke. Fuck out. I told you it was a joke. You don't listen to my shows. That's my favorite part because I know he's no. I know he's gonna. You really meant that, and I know it's in your head.
Yeah, but look at this. I bet you have a hit Twitch channel now.
Oh, what do you mean? Yeah.
I bet. Yeah.
Well, it's so funny. Like so many people get it out there, and I look. Some people. I don't want to say everybody's an idiot that fell for it because.
No, they don't.
They're not. Everybody's an idiot that fell for it. All right. I do like. You know what the problem is? Dave put it best. If you know me, then you know it's bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know that it's just a satirical joke. Oh, I want to bring something else. I want to bring something else too. Drama Alert did not check in with me to get my side of the story before they ran that story. Wasn't that one of the major criticisms of the Wall Street Journal, Keemstar? And when everybody told me that because I was making the Pootie Pie story about myself, my criticism was this: Keemstar's not the guy to lead it because it's apocryphal. He's done some of the same things as the Wall Street Journal. You're making it about yourself, Tommy. You're making it about yourself. And I took that on the chin. No one really agreed with me on that. Even some of my fans were like, cool off on that shit. Do you believe me now? Nobody called me. Nobody got in touch with me to say if it was real or not. I might have said yes anyway.
Probably.
I probably would have said yes anyway just to get on Drama Alert because I knew if I said no, they wouldn't run it. But
are you satisfied with this appearance on Drama Alert more than your first?
And I will be there again one day because he's funny. He's a funny guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's a funny guy.
Very funny.
Let's see. Got a lot of people in there.
Yeah.
Let's put in Yuki.
Hi.
Yuki, what you got for us?
I just wanted to know, which commentator do you probably respect the most?
Well, the one I'm closest friends with, probably Clown, because he's the one I know the most.
Other than Clown, is there anyone else?
I hate everything. I know he hates to hear that. I know he'd hate to hear that because he doesn't consider it what he is, whether he likes it or not. I have a certain amount of respect.
Quobblecop.
Well, he's not a commentator, you fuckhead. Throw some names at me, and then I'll tell you what I think of them.
Throw some names at you. I guess, what do you think of I'm Alex?
Like him personally. I'm not crazy about his content.
What about
not all of it? Some of his stuff's good. I have enjoyed a lot of his videos, so I can't say all of his stuff. I have enjoyed his stuff. I think he needs, because he does stuff fast and he wants to get stuff out there, which I don't think there's anything wrong with. I think he gets stuff wrong, and I think it has to do with speed. And that's all. But go ahead, keep going, Yuki.
Also, another question. This morning, are you okay after that? Watching this morning
because I had a meltdown. I'm surprised that didn't get on Drama Alert.
Yeah, that was bright and early in the morning for me, sitting there enjoying my protein oatmeal, and then Tommy gets very upset.
Yes.
I wouldn't say you got upset. It's that you got very frustrated.
Yes, I did. It's just the I can't get into the whole thing, but if you want to check my last H1Z1 stream, I had a meltdown because of the childcare system here in Germany.
It sounds
it was
great.
meant to last till 4 p.m. and they kept asking for 2 p.m. and it was like, no, this is not what I'm paying you for.
No, I'm gonna
Right?
pay. Here's the thing.
What did they make you come pick him up when
Yeah,
he
I did.
when he
But
woke
I mean, I
up?
got him at like 1:30 or something. I mean, because I had to get ready and get dressed and walk up there and all this other stuff. So it really wasn't that. But guess what he did as soon as we got home? He went to sleep. Yeah, of course, right? Well, I actually was able to get a thumbnail done or and do some other stuff too. Here's what's gonna happen from now on. Some of this, I mentioned this slightly, was my fault because I didn't get up till fucking like 9:30, 10. So tomorrow, what I'm gonna do is I'm getting up when my wife gets up in the morning every time now. I will be taking the baby to daycare myself. That gives my wife she can come home an hour earlier, and I will be picking him up. But I did say this: we pay them till 2. I pick them up at 2, so I might be streaming tomorrow around the same thing, doing the same time. Or working on something. So I'm going to have that time from when I drop them off at 8 o'clock till 2 p.m. That's enough time to do something. So, yeah, I had a little bit of a meltdown, and I'm just out of sheer frustration. And I actually said something on there that I've never told any of the audience, and why I didn't move to Germany.
It was definitely obvious of that.
Yeah, well, here's the thing.
I guess it was a good thing. Everyone was definitely supportive of you.
Yeah, they
so
were. Nobody's
keep
calling me a
that in
bitch.
mind. Keep
Yeah.
that in mind.
Nobody was really calling me a bitch or a baby or anything like that. But the only thing that bothers me a little bit, and I left it up because I just want to puss out. People found out that I didn't move to Germany. It wasn't just because I gave in the army. I got stuck in Germany over a custody battle, and I can't leave because if I leave, I'll lose my kid. I won't even be able to visit him, and that's what I let out. And it's really frustrating. And I want to get to work, and I want to grow my channel, and I want to do other things. I want to make videos. I'm going to be making a gaming channel too, where I review old retro games and things of that nature. And I want to get to work, and it's tough. I was supposed to be able to have my days, and I've basically been a stay-at-home dad for basically from this is all supposed to be sorted by November, and none of it got sorted. So I've actually been doing this, and this is my major source of income, and taking care of my kid for 12 hours straight. So, and obviously I only need 2-3 hours to put this thing together because it's live, but I want to do other things so I can grow. If I just stay here, it's gonna die. I gotta grow. I gotta make things happen. So yeah, you saw that, Yuki. Yuki, are you the one with the
That's me. Yeah.
You have the
mentioned me in the chat.
Oh, okay. And you have the you shout out your sweetheart. Shout out your you have a Minecraft channel, right?
That's right. Yeah, I do a Minecraft story channel. That's right.
Your Minecraft story channel. Tell the name of it. I'll give you a shout out. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna help you at all. You're a sweetheart. I like you.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that.
And you have a really cute voice. Oh, by the way, how old are you? By the way.
I'm almost 21.
Okay, good. You have a cute voice.
Yeah, you're good.
Thank you so much. And thank you for answering my questions. I really appreciate that.
No, anytime. Shout out your channel. Say the name of it so the people know.
It's Sir Cutie Yuki. I tell stories through Minecraft as well as animations.
Cutie Yuki, UK, YUKI. Check her channel. That's your thing, Minecraft. I don't know how much the fuckheads are into Minecraft, but and don't write fuckhead in her chat or anything. Please, it's for kids, please. But she's a sweetheart, and it looks like her videos are really nice. And
thank you so much.
Scarce, Tommy C is a pedo. All right, you're 21. I'll talk to you later. We got to get out of here. It's just about time to go. Thank you very much for the calls. Very tame show today. A very tame show.
Yeah.
And
nice.
Time to get out of here. Tomorrow, special episode, the Faceless interview. I'm going at it with Faceless. I'm gonna play a little. I told him ahead of time. I'm gonna play a little devil's advocate with him on the whole thing. But he's got a lot to say about H2O Delirious, and I'm interested in hearing it. And like I said, I'm gonna put the word out there. H2 wants to come on. Don't count on it, folks. It's more than likely not gonna. Oh, $5. I think Keem knew it was a joke, but he was trying to ride the wave of people that will hear it out of context and pass the hate. This is what Dave thinks. They have shown your Twitter video. Everybody would have seen that it was a joke. Also, radium is an element. Thanks.
Yep. There you go.
Thanks. Well, I didn't finish college, so thank you. That's what Dave thought. Dave thought he was trying to hurt me, but you know what? I'm already losing subs as it is, and it doesn't really matter. My revenue's up on YouTube, and there's other money that's coming in that's like fucking more than enough. I could always go back and do menial work, which I'm not afraid to do, but it would be pretty stupid to quit now, right, Keemstar? Thank you. Yeah, there's no reason to quit, and I'm moving on to other things. So if that was the plan to hurt me, it didn't really hurt me. It actually stabilized my Twitter followers. It helped, even though he didn't name me. You know, And I'll get him again. You guys watch. I'll get him again. I'm here to entertain you. All right, everybody, have a really great night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Got 2 things before you.
Oh, come on, motherfucker.
Hey, yeah, Real Talk, and it's Billy the Fridge project that they're working on.
I already said it at the top of the fucking show.
He asked me to remind you because he said you probably forget.
I said it in the beginning of the show. You forgot, you fuckhead.
Yeah.
When I hit that music, it's out. Well, yeah, there's a delay.
To make sure Real Talk actually got his plug.
Everybody say Jeff has a big fat shit in the chat, and it make me feel better. I want to watch.
Yeah, go watch my stream tomorrow. I'm posting it in the chat too.
Okay, what's your chat? What's your stream tomorrow? Go watch. Everybody,
I already did.
Everybody go to go to Jeff's chat and go to Jeff's chat and.
Yeah, I'm just spamming it in the chat right now. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah, go to Jeff's chat and fuck with him and DDoS him and shit like that. Maybe even dox him too. You know. Let everyone know what part of hillbilly land he lives in. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can come see all my guns.
Yeah. He ain't king. You got the guns, yo. See you tomorrow, everybody. Faceless. I'm shot from the curse.
This is the almighty infinite, independent excellence. Devil fighting, rebel titan, weed smoking alchemist. Fake identities, okay, you cool with Jason Bourne. Running with these Wolverines, okay, you about to catch a storm. I ain't never been a liar, got tired of niggas playing me. Head in my legs like she about to catch a pedigree. Chi-Town to King's home, slapping 5s, black stones. 6 mile to danger zones, bullets look like waffle cones. Folk affiliated to evolution of Machiavelli. Don't make me lead them eagles to you like I'm Chip Kelly. They feel my struggle, I express it through my hip hop. I'm about to make it hard to breathe, here's a headlock.